Okay, what I'm going to show you now is how to do a back bearing on a map. And the reason you do a back bearing on the map is to find yourself where you are on the map. Now, a back bearing on the map is just a simple reverse sequence of an ordinary bearing on the map. And all you need is, besides a map and compass, is a pencil and features around you that's on the map. Now, just bear in mind, if you're on a linear feature, like a side of a road or side of a river or on a path, then you only need to do one back bearing, because the line of the bearing is one line and the line of the path is the other, and where the line crosses over the path, that's where you are on the path. So but if you're not on a path or a linear feature of any sort, then you've got to do two back bearings or more. So let's have a look. I'll show you how it's done. Just bear in mind that this indent in the woods is one of the features I'm going to take a bearing off, and you might not see it over there in the middle of the field. Okay, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm not on a path. Well, not quite middle of nowhere, but there you go. And the two features I'm going to do back bearing on is this one here, this derelict mansion, and where I came from, which is the dent in the woods just over there, and you can't really see it from here. So first of all, let's do a bearing from the derelict mansion. Okay, I've done a bearing to the building. Now let's get it onto the map. Okay, we're in this field around about here, and I've done the back bearing, as you can see, and the line is by there. So I'm somewhere along this line. Now this is how I got the line. I'm going to put that on there. Now you hold your compass like that. You've done the bearing, obviously, and if you was doing a bearing from here to the house, this is how you would hold it. It's exactly the same way. So what I'm going to do is put the pencil mark on this building that I did a bearing to, put the compass base plate against the pencil, and then pivot it round until these orienteering lines inside the housing lines up with grid north, these little blue lines here. So I'm going to just do that now. Line it up. Take your time. Get it accurate as you possibly can. And that's about it. And then what you do then is make your line like that. Now, all you got to do is do another bearing off some other point and do another line, and where they cross over, that's where you are. So let's do the other bearing. Even though you can't see it very well, that's the bearing to the other location, the gap in the woods. Right, I've done the back bearing and put it on the map, and as you can see, I've made a line going across here. So where the two lines cross, that's where I am, exactly where they cross over there. That's where I am. That's exactly where I am. Now what I've done, same again, after I've done the bearing, I've if you've got a lid like this, then just open it out, and what I've done is put the pencil on where you've done the bearing again, put the base plate to the compass against the pencil like that, and swivel it round until the orienteering lines inside the housing lines up with grid north, like that. Swivel it back and forth like that if you can't see a line. Don't move anything, don't move the pencil, that is, and there you go, that's it. And then I just drew a line across, and that's all it is really. Just bear in mind that this orienteering arrow, or the little red shed if you like, has got to be pointing north. Okay, it's no good pointing that way. It won't be accurate. You make a mistake. So there you go, and that's how you find yourself on the map, by doing 2 back bearings, or 3 or 4, doesn't matter. And if you're on a linear feature, you only need to do 1. Right, you don't have to use the textbook when doing these back bearings. What I noticed today in this field on the map, there was a little pool of water, and I noticed this little dip in the ground here, and there's no other dips like it in this field, because I've had a look around. And what I've done, I put the compass to that house over there, this derelict building, and I'd done a bearing, and from this location in this dip. And then what I'd done then was a back bearing. All I'd done was put the compass onto the map, swiveled it round and lined it up like I showed you earlier on, to see if it lined up with that pool in the middle of the field, and it did. So you can improvise a bit as well, you know. You can use not just linear features with 1 bearing. If it's something like this, you could do that as well. It's just improvising, and I've never been to this location before. I just happened to discover it. So you can do stuff like that as well, but it depends what's around you. So anyway, that's all I'm going to say. Stay safe, and thanks for watching this far. Like, share, subscribe if you want to. You can do what you want, really. And thanks for watching. Oh, I said that, didn't I? Anyway, cheers. Stay safe.